Welcome back, folks, to the Lighthead Online Video Show. This show is brought to you by the Retrofit Kings. Light made easy. Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. Greggy, what's happening, buddy?
Oh, just getting after it, trying to drum up some business. I think it's slowed down a little for me this year. I don't know about you, but I've seen, the carryover from last year, and now it's like starting over and getting more LED projects going, get more interest out there.
Okay, so we could go in any direction here, but I'm going to run on that one. So you got to
Yeah,
keep your pipeline filled, bro.
absolutely. And
Right?
how
You
do you
got to
do
keep.
that? It's a lot of different avenues.
One of the ways to do it is to hire a company to create leads for you. That's a good way to go.
Hmm.
I've done that, and then I also have an internal guy that makes calls and calls up. But what I've learned is that it needs to be 8+ calls. We
Just to
used
get
to
in the door.
yeah, we used to close it off after 3 to 5.
Hmm.
How about you?
We used to have somebody internally that did our calling, and now we've hired it out externally as well, and I learned that too. Yeah, there's results when you make more calls and more contacts, and it sounds like 8 is a magic number that we've both heard. So
Do you
yeah,
think when did you let go your call guy?
about a year ago.
Do you think you're suffering from your pipeline because of that?
No, I don't think so. I
No?
think I think part of it, yeah, I think our pipeline is good still. It's still strong, but we've had some monster years the last couple of years. A
Sure.
lot of lighting retrofits have taken place.
No?
And with that, that kind of slows down your potential because once you do an LED retrofit, there's a chance it's going to be a while, or hopefully going to for the customer, hopefully be a while for them before you have to go back and change your lighting again. But I am finding a lot that we've done partial retrofits. We did the indoor, or we did the outdoor and didn't do the indoor, or we did an office and not the warehouse, things like that. So there's always potential to go back on a lot of those projects and customers, but um, everybody, we've talked about it. Everybody's going to do it, so you just got to get in the door and stay on top of it
Do you
and,
have to
and keep that pipeline full.
do you think there's rebate fatigue?
In terms of the end user or the industry or who?
No, like just in terms of so let's say you had a like like when people heard about rebates, say 2000 what in Toronto it started 2001 or 2 or 3 something like that, I can't remember. But
Hmm.
it wasn't that popular, okay? And then people weren't that excited about fluorescent, okay? And then what happened was you combined rebates with this sparkling, fancy new technology that just lasted forever. So someone comes along and says, "Hey, how's it going? Good. Guess what? You're going to have more light. You're going to have 70, 60, 50, whatever energy savings. And
Hmm.
the government is going to pay for half." Right?
Or the whole
So,
thing in some
or,
cases.
or the whole thing.
Yeah,
Right?
crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but now it's kind of like people have got their rebate. We already got a rebate. We already did our lighting. Like we still follow up on people that did T8 retrofits and they think they have
Hmm.
LED.
True. Yeah, that's what I found a lot of times. They say, "Oh, we already have the high efficient." I said, "Oh, the LEDs." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you go there and you look and you say, "No, those aren't LEDs," but
Well, some
so that's a good
LEDs look
point.
really close to fluorescent now, actually.
They do. They're starting to get that way, especially
Yeah.
LED tubes and things, and bulbs are screw-in bulbs are hard sometimes to figure that out.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
getting
I
tough.
would say there is some rebate fatigue. I mean, everybody knows what that rebates are available now for the most part. I haven't. When's the last time you've talked to a customer who said they give us rebates for doing this?
Oh man.
It's
Yeah.
it's
That's a
been years, right?
Oh, I'll tell you this. How difficult is
Yeah,
it going to be to sell a lighting project without rebates?
that'll be the interesting part. We've had a few guests on our show that talked about what it was like selling, before the rebate, and all the paybacks and savings and all that are the same, but now they're not as good. A 4-year payback, a 5-year payback was good. Now we need less than 2 years, and the only way we get that a lot of times is with rebates.
Have you ever said to anybody when they tell you like we have an 8-month payback window? Have you ever said like, okay, then I can rip you off if you want?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't said that, but
I can.
I've never heard. I think usually the lowest I've heard is about 1 year or less, but a lot of times that's unrealistic. And
I've seen a couple like 6-month rebates with
yeah,
like 1,000-watt halides running 24/7 and stuff like that. But those are few and far between. Unless you're making it up as you go along, which happens a lot.
true. Oh, and it
Uh,
does happen for sure.
oh, for sure. So yeah, that's good. Have you done any LED to LED retrofits yet?
Uh, not a full retrofit. We've done replacements for sure when things have burned out or portions have burned out, but haven't done a full one. How about you?
Yes, yes. Well, it wasn't a retrofit, but we just took out all the LEDs, but they were changing color. So I guess that doesn't really count, does it?
Not as much. I've got one facility that might be doing that coming up where we did a portion of it in LED, but now they want to do the whole building and their other building and 3-year-old LED, they want to just make it all the same. So there's potential we'll go in and rip out everything we did 3 years ago
Are they
and
purpose-built
make it all the
fixtures?
same. They are lovely. Scrap metal.
Scrap metal. Thank you for listening to the Lighthead online video show. This show is sponsored by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com.